And here we have Samhain in All Out. Get a little look at him. And stuff. Let's see. See if I can get as you can see here, he's actually got some fairly nice patch-like detail. It may be a little hard to see this one because it's painted black and blends in. It's got that little brown thing there, and then I seriously don't know if that white stuff there is actually part of the toy or just a mistake. His cloak is removable and actually does come in about 4 different pieces. His, like right here. Also, unlike the show, the cloak is sort of torn up and seems to have something underneath. And also right here, for some very strange reason, which I have no clue what they were thinking, he's got all kinds of knives and axes and stuff all underneath his cloak. And he's got a knife right there. So I guess Samhain decided nobody cared about pumpkin-headed ghosts anymore, so he decided to become a slasher villain. Whatever. In terms of size, now, in terms of size, let's hold him up to the Winston here. See if I can get him in a better... he's a little bit shorter, but his mass greatly makes up for it. Now, bear in mind, Samhain is a much older toy, so he was probably created more for the Extreme Ghostbusters, which I do have, but just not right with me right now. But he still looks a little short for Samhain. Granted, they never actually had Samhain and the Ghostbusters on screen in the same frame, except when he was being sucked into the trap, so I don't know, maybe he is actually smaller. But I always got the impression he was bigger. Let's see. The head is launchable, and they even give you instructions, but I really can't figure out how to launch it. One complaint I do sort of have a bit here is the figure, or you can't like push his head down all the way onto his teeth and keep it there. It'll just keep popping up. Which, I suppose if you really wanted, you could try pushing it down. It's not that completely bad, but you know, when it's like this, it looks more like he's screaming, even though his teeth right here are clenched together. So that's a little bit of a disappointment. I can't figure out how to launch the head. There are little instructions here, and it says that you need to push the lower part in and then press his nose, but I can't seem to figure out how to make it work. So I don't know, maybe I'll come back and explain once I figure it out. One drawback to the cloak is it does easily fall apart. Alright, as I'm discovering right here. So, be careful. The whip is not removable, even though it looks like it should be. Oh. I apologize, the whip is removable. Okay, well, that's ironic right there. It can split in half here, and you can slip it out. A bit like, the Sesshomaru sword from, the Inuyasha toys. The packaging does say he has whipping action, but I don't know how you carry that out. There's no button on here or anything. You have to squeeze his legs, or... See, like right here, his whip... No... See, like right here, his cloak is falling apart. This is what he looks like. I can't seem to get this off. I'm sure I can do it, but I can't seem to get this part of him off. This is sort of what he looks like underneath the cloak. Not very menacing, if you ask me. Maybe that's why he wears the cloak. Oh, maybe he's really a weakling physically underneath that cloak, and so he hides it to prevent people from seeing his strength. It is kind of cool that you can take the cloak off, but it comes apart very easily. Ever since I opened it here, it has just been falling apart. Involuntarily. Put the whip back in. And again, I have no idea how you're supposed to make this thing whip. That's false advertising if they say whipping action, unless they mean you're supposed to pose it yourself. The whip was not actually in the show. Oh, but it does look kind of cool. Mr. Samhain Belmont. Not here. I do wish they had made the whip kind of more bendable plastic, so he's not stuck in this permanent and kind of posability like whip. Oh my god. This cloak is just falling apart. Again, my biggest complaint is I really wish you could snap down that head of yours, because he looks like he's just screaming. Like, girl! You know, even though his teeth are so clearly clenched right there. Let's see if I can get any detail. People have been complaining a bit that I can't get very much good detail, and I apologize. I'm trying to work this through. Oh, one other thing to show. This is what he looks like without the head. The packaging calls it a hidden eye, but if you ask me, it looks a lot more. It looks a lot more like that black probe thing on the Death Star that plays the role of the Doctor or whatever. Put his head back on. And that would be Samhain. My opinion is a bit mixed on this toy. I think it's a very nice sculpt, and the fact that Samhain actually does have a toy really makes it good, but I really feel like half of the features advertised are false, and I really was hoping you could snap this down. You could keep it like this and snap it down, make it look more like the show, but it just keeps popping up. But on the upside, I do actually have a ghost for my Ghostbusters to bust here. If you want display value, he's pretty cool and stuff. For playability value, or if you just sort of want to fidget with him, he might cause some problems. I don't know. I just got him. I might grow to like him a bit more. I still think he's a pretty cool detailed toy. Alright. And that is the Extreme Ghostbusters Samhain. Toy from the past. Pretty cool looking toy. But not without its flaws. Take care, everybody, and have a happy Halloween.